Hello, this is Lucas, and in this video I'm going to explain how we can use MySQL to insert data into our tables. So in the last video we created a database and we created two tables. So we can see those tables just by doing show tables. So we have two tables, we have table 1 and table 2, which are completely identical. So in this video we are going to be going over how we can add data into this table. Okay, so the table, it looks just like this. Okay, so these are this is every single column. All right, just like this. This is the name of the column, and then this is the type. As I said before, we don't need to worry about these values here. They're not important as of yet. But yeah, we're going to add some data to this table, table 1. So to do that, we do insert into then the name of our table. So we're going to be doing table 1. So we do table 1. Now in here we need to specify what data we want to insert. So the first one is user data. So we'll do user ID. Okay. So just specify the name of the field that we want data to be in. We also want to add in a username. And then we also want to add in a password. Okay. So once again, this is the table that we want to insert data into, and these are the values that we want to insert. Okay. Now after this, we need to specify outside of the brackets. Make sure we will write values, and now here are the values that we are going to insert. Make sure we have a semicolon at the end. So the values. So the very first value that we mention in here will be assigned to user ID. So let's say we just do 1. We want this user to have an ID of 1. Then we want it to have a name. Now because this is, you can see it's a varchar, it needs to be inserted as a string. So we can just give a name of, so the username is, let's say, Lucas. And then we can have a second value, which is the password. And I will also just have, I'll just do Lucas123. Okay. So once again, didn't mean to do that. So once again, we are inserting into this table. These are the columns that we want to update, and then these are the values that we want to update the columns to. So now if we press enter, you can see we get a query OK. One row is affected, and we have successfully inserted our data into this table. Now what else we can do is, because we have a null is equal to yes here, that means these values can be null. Okay, these values are allowed to be null. So let's say we don't mention one specific value. So let's say we don't mention the very last value, which is password, and we press enter. You can see even though we didn't mention this password in here, it's still okay. The reason being is we have set null to yes. By default, null is set to yes. We can change null to be no. But if we try to insert data into this table, and if we don't specify a specific data field, it will just, by default, it'll be null. Okay, you can see by default, it'll be null, and null is allowed, so it will insert this field as null. So that's about it for this video. I'm going to show you in the next video how we can display the data or select the data from our table. So I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.